Welcome back to Millside, a truly rural glamping experience. Hello, my name's Rachel Cullis-Dorset, and today I'll be presenting the final session on the power of PR. So in this final session, we're going to be looking at building a marketing and communications plan and how you can implement it. So how you communicate to your customers, with what regularity, and what you communicate forms the basis of your marketing strategy. And this includes not only all of your owned channels, so this is your website, your social media, your newsletter and any blogs that you produce, but this also includes all of your advocates as well, so your PR, your influencers and your media relations. So the most effective marketing strategies are planned and content is king. So it's really worth sitting down with your team, involve as many staff as you can in this process as well and get all their ideas. Sit down and plan this content and how you're going to execute your public relations plan. Have it up there quarterly as a quarterly plan, have it as a weekly plan, and also have it as a daily plan if you can, so that you can really bring in all those reactive things that are happening in your business that you didn't know about yesterday that might make a really good story today. So think about some of the things that you're planning for the next months ahead and in the next quarter, and really plan what your messaging can be around that. So for example, if you're a wedding venue, you might be having an open day for brides at the start of the season. That's a potential news story for a journalist. So think about all of the different things that you're offering your brides for that day. So maybe you've got new menus that you can talk about. Maybe you've got new local suppliers that you can talk about as well. So make it really interesting and think about all the things that you're offering competitively as a business that your competitors won't have. So involve your staff in this process, and it's really good to sit down with your staff maybe once a month and really decide on how you're going to promote your business. What have you got going on in your calendar that month that could create some really nice content for publications out there, and blogs as well, and content for your social media, and make sure all of this content is aligned so that your key messages, those things that really mark you out as a business, your USPs, the things that your customers will want to know about you, the things that your competitors don't have, make sure that they're all there and planned on a daily, a weekly and monthly basis. So decide on the regularity as well of your media relations and your social media. Not too much, not too little. You don't want people to get bored of hearing about you, but not too little either. You don't want things to go stale and people to forget about you. So if it's a media relations plan, I would think about what sort of news you have that is really going to appeal to those publications, the newsworthy stuff that's worth going a little bit extra and contacting the press about, and what sort of things you can include in your social media plans as well. Get to know the media journalists, the news journalists, the features journalists, the reviewers, all those journalists who could add value to your business. And think about when is the best time to contact them as well. Don't pester them. If you've already gone out to them with a news story, go out again by all means, but then stop. If they're not interested, they're not interested. So it's worth really thinking about maybe how you can change that story around, how you can add to it, how you can present it back to them in a different way that might be of interest. So defining your audience is a really important aspect of public relations, and also defining your messaging. And I do this with content pillars. So when I think about a business and what they stand for, and we know what their unique selling points are and all their points of difference that their competitors don't offer, we can put these into content pillars and we can build content around them. But what it means is that these messages are consistent, so they're there within everything we talk about. And building up consistent messaging is so important. So audiences need to hear things 7 times. This is a marketing rule, 7 times before it actually resonates with them. So if you can get consistency within your messaging and keep that aligned across all your social media channels, all of your own channels and your media relations as well, some of this messaging is going to get across to the consumer, and they're going to suddenly know why they want to engage with your business. Consistency and repetition are the key to successful marketing campaigns. So that's the final session on the power of PR. I hope you found that session interesting and useful.